Let you know. Let you know. Let you know. Let you know.
Yes. Welcome to the Let You Know podcast. It's your boy EK in the building. And NOOZ probably be here shortly. But right now, man, I got a regular guest on here. I got my man Fred Jig Johnson. What's up, my boy?
Yo, what's good, brother?
So we know it's fight week, right? So of course, you know, I love boxing, you love boxing, but you a boxer, you a fighter, you a real fighter. So instead of me just talking my head off, I had to get somebody who's experienced what's going on. So first of all, I mean, Canelo and Crawford, I mean, they're two good fighters. And I really believe that this is a big fight, but to you, I want to ask you, you know, is this a big deal right now? Like this fight, is this a big deal in your opinion? This fight
Yep.
coming up.
For the sport of boxing, it's big. It's huge. You got people like Jake Paul right now, like taking over the spotlight. We need fights like this where real fighters fighting real fighters, and not just any fighters. They like two of the top dogs fighting each other.
Yeah, you know what? And not to get off the subject, I want to talk about that too, man. Since it's fight week, what do you feel about that fight between Tank Davis and Paul?
Man, I think it's a circus, man. That's a clown show. It's not something I want to see, but as far as a fighter standpoint, who you want to make as much money as you can in the sport and sell off into the sunset. I can understand what Tank doing if he done getting that last big payday then dipping.
So, in your opinion, you think it's a big deal though, Paul versus Tank Davis?
For YouTubers and YouTuber fans, but not for the boxing world and real boxing fans.
And and I want to ask you because you're a fighter, and we're gonna get off the subject just a little bit, but as a fighter, you seen both fighters fight, correct? You seen Paul fight and you seen Tank Davis fight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you seen Tank Davis's last fight against Roach, right? What do you believe that he's ducking him,
I
or he
don't
just going
think.
for the grab?
Oh yeah, I don't think he ducking him. It's just a bigger bag thrown at him, and somebody like Tank, who criticized people like Floyd for doing the same thing, I'm kind of shocked that he's doing it. But I get it. It's a bigger bag at the end of the day.
I know it's crazy how we watching certain fights take place, and we kind of wanted those big fights. Now let's talk about this real fight. I mean,
Mm.
Canelo and Crawford. I mean, as far as Canelo goes, do anybody really know who Canelo is? Like, who? How do you feel about Canelo in the boxing,
Cane-
in the world of boxing?
Canelo, pound for pound, I'll say he top three right now from a fighter standpoint. Like he the cash cow right now in the sport. So somebody like Crawford moving up to fight him, you got to do that if the opportunity presents itself, because that could put him on the top of the mountain right now if he go out and upset Canelo, because he is coming in as an underdog.
So, if I mean, who you think is gonna win?
I'm taking Bud, but I ain't putting no money on this. I'm just gonna enjoy a good fight, man. Bud got a Bud got a boxing for 12 rounds and can't make too many mistakes. Canelo got an iron chin. I seen him get hit with a brick and still stay there. So this got to be one of those performances where you're not going for the knockout, you just outboxing him like Floyd did him.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and I'm gonna see um, after we talk. We're gonna see if you still standing by that. So, in so I want to ask you this, since we know this is the biggest fight as far as boxing goes in a long time. What are some of the biggest fights in our lifetime do you think that's just as big or was a mega fight that we couldn't wait to run and go see on the television?
Well, when I was a kid, it was Mike Tyson versus Holyfield. That was a big one. Um, Floyd versus De La Hoya was a big one.
Mhm.
Man, I can't even think from off the top of
What
my dome
about
right
what
now.
about Foreman and Holyfield? You think that was a good all timer?
See, I was too young to really understand like the magnitude of that fight, but I can say I know Holyfield or George Foreman was well past his prime. So for that to be a mega fight, it probably just one of those fights that had to happen.
Well, I know a lot of people probably gonna say Foreman and Ali or Frazier, Ali. You know, when I was growing up, you know, Tyson was a big deal. You know, Tyson versus Spinks, that was a big fight, a big
Mhm.
deal. Him, Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson was a
Yeah, I
big
wanted to
deal.
say that too. I ain't want to keep naming Mike Tyson, but a lot of those fights,
I
the
mean, he
head,
was
the
I mean, he was the greatest boxer of our lifetime, you know, because that's the person we really wanted to sit down and go see, no matter who he was fighting, whether he
yeah,
was a scrub or somebody was a with a big name. And see, I wanted to get my man's on here because he believes that Mike Tyson um, was one of the most overrated boxers in our lifetime. So I want to ask you, do you feel that way? Do you feel like Mike Tyson is one of the overrated boxers of all time?
not at all. You can't take away what he accomplished to be an Olympian and then accomplish what he did there, and then jump into the pros and do what he did there. He was a wrecking machine, man. Like you got to really be into this sport to understand how hard it is to just do what he did, whether it was versus scrubs or top 10 opposition. You can't never. I'll never take that away from Tyson and say he was overrated.
I can't either. It's hard for me to say, but I get why he's saying that. I definitely get why he's saying that. Um, I know these my banners ain't coming through, but another big fight that I was thinking about too um is Foreman. Did I say Foreman and Ali?
Yeah, you
That
did.
was the Rumble in the Jungle, and
Yeah.
then I was I was really thinking when I was thinking about Foreman, I was thinking about Sugar Ray, you
Mhm.
know, and Hagler, Hagler. I mean Durant. He was another one. Him and Hagler and Durant was another big fight. You know, I'm trying to
Durant
think.
And Tommy Hearns fought too.
Oh, yep. That was a good fight too.
And
That was a good fight.
Tommy had to put him
But
to
I was
sleep.
gonna ask you because I'm putting in this banner right now. Who do you think right now in the sport of boxing? Because I know you've seen a lot of boxers, their moves, their techniques. So who would you say is the biggest underrated fighter that you've seen? And I want you to name some of your overrated fighters that you've seen.
Underrated. Let me think. Underrated far as I'm gonna say a lot of people underrate Andre Ward
Hmm.
far as who he was to the sport. Like he didn't really get that shine like a couple other undefeated fighters did. Um, Another guy I want to say underrated. That's a good question. I should have been prepared for that one. Right.
I know that is tough, right? It is
Right.
tough. Cause I'm trying to sit here and think myself like as far as like overrated. Like when I first seen Tyson Fury, I thought he was overrated to be
Mm.
honest with you, but he actually opened my eyes a little bit too later on in his career. Um, I'm trying to think of who else would be overrated.
Well,
Um,
somebody who I know off the top of my dome is overrated in my eyes is Anthony Joshua.
yeah, you know what? I agree with you. Anthony
Mm,
Johnson, he was a lot of hype. He
mm,
like a lot of fighters they don't like to have those mega fights right off the bat. They like
mm.
to pick and choose which ones they like to watch, um and then they study him and then like yeah I can beat him, so then they want to fight him because there was our OG that usually come on the show. He always say that man, fighters don't like fighting mega fights. They like to build up, maybe like 2, 3, 4 fights before they get to a mega fight.
Yeah,
And I think Joshua was overrated because he did have a lot of hype behind him. Um, I think Wilder is overrated too, though. To be honest with you,
yeah.
I think he's overrated.
Wilder was overrated, but he had. I won't say he was completely overrated because what he lacked, he had a real big equalizer in that right hand. You know what I mean, like he had a lot of skill. Well, he didn't have too much skill as his opposition, but the equalizer was that right hand.
Yeah, I mean, because at the time he was one of the best, and then all of a sudden he went through Fury. What do you think
Mm.
about Fury? You think Fury's overrated, or is he underrated, or he just right there in the middle?
I think he's right there where he needs to be. He ain't one of the greatest, and he definitely ain't one of the worst. He just, I like his skill because you don't see people his size, 6'8", using the shoulder roll on the
Mm-hmm.
level that he was using it. And when he got with somebody like Wilder, using that shoulder roll with his height, you seen what happened. Man could
Mm-hmm.
barely touch him.
Yeah. Another guy I thought was overrated too is Buster Douglas. Like he shocked the world with Mike Tyson, but then when it came to fighting Holyfield, he wasn't.
Yeah, that was it. I feel like a lot of people feel. I heard a couple other people on different podcasts and interviews. They it was him losing his mom. You know, what I mean, that'll do something to you. You know, that'll give you some powers you didn't know you had.
And I was thinking about an underrated fighter, Larry Holmes. Why don't nobody talk about Larry Holmes? Like I think he's one of the most underrated fighters in our generation. I mean, maybe in history, and
You
they don't
know,
talk about him as much. Why do you think that is?
I mean, our generation coming up, like kids born in the '80s and '90s, like they pretty much washing away from history. But when you talk to the old heads who've been in the gym, like I know the old heads back here in Sarasota, Manatee County area, they still mentioning Larry Holmes. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the younger generation who washed him away from history.
I don't know. I mean, because Larry Holmes, man, he was the cause of some say Muhammad Ali's demise as far as
Mm,
beating him to a pulp. Because
yeah,
to me, he seemed like he was already becoming slow, but the way Larry Holmes was punching that day, man, I think Muhammad Ali didn't
mm.
have a shot. I'm trying to think some other underrated fighters. What do you think about Amir Khan? Where you think he ranks? Is he underrated, overrated, or he
I
right in the
think
middle?
I think Amir Khan was a good prospect. He was where he should have been. You know, like he had plenty of opportunities to prove himself. Nobody put him up above nobody else, but he did get an opportunity to place himself above them. He just didn't. You know what I mean, he just wasn't ready for it. He didn't get it done. I know another overrated fighter from the UK, Chris Eubank Jr. He overrated. Well,
You
he
think
was
so?
overrated. Yeah, he was overrated. You know what I mean?
Why? Because of who he fought, or just his skill set?
Just his skill set, and when they get tested against some of those American fighters, like it really shows the difference. And
Now,
another dude who fought what's your boy who fought Spence. Spence went over there and took his belt.
Spence, Errol Spence, uh, I know it's not coming to me right now. We'll come back to that because I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
research on that one and stuff because it ain't registering in my head though.
You know what I'm talking
But
about though, from the UK.
I do know who you talking about. I do who
Yeah.
you talking about because I watch a lot of boxing, but of course I'm not really a true expert at
Mhm.
boxing, but I watched a lot of fights over the years. What about Garcia? What do you think about him as a fighter? Do you think he's overrated? You think
Ryan
he's
Garcia.
underrated?
I think he overrated, man. He's been pretty much a one trick pony, and that been working for him up until it ain't working for him no more. I don't think he take his craft too serious too.
When I see him box, the thing about what comes to my mind is that I thought he was underrated at first, but then when he
Mm,
got to running his mouth and trying to be this boast and brag fighter, I just didn't seem like that worked it for him.
mm.
And then that's when it became more of a sideshow than him showing his boxing skills. But another guy that I want to ask, what about Shakur Stevenson? What you think of him? Like, do you think
Man,
he's underrated, overrated?
as far as Shakur Stevenson goes, I think he underrated. Um, a lot of people don't appreciate what boxing is, and that's hit and not get hit. When we speak on what boxing is, he one of the best out here right now at hitting and not getting hit. Um, what what some people confused about is they watch Floyd be pretty boy Floyd and go to war before he turned into money with Mayweather and stuck to hitting and not get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when he transitioned, it was from those bad hands, him breaking his hands all the time, that made him have to transition into a hit and not get hit fighter. Shakur Stevenson dealing with the same thing with his hands. He got those brittle hands too. So I think people want to see him in more wars, but like, physically he can't afford it.
There was another fighter too that I wanted to talk about. Another one. What about Parker, the heavyweight Parker? I can't remember what his first name is.
The young bull,
Yeah.
yeah, I
How
forgot
do
his
you
first
feel
name.
about him? Is he underrated, overrated, or is he right in the middle?
I think he what he need to be. He gonna get more opportunities to prove himself. I hope he keep on climbing because we need more American heavyweights at the top.
Uh, and what about Roach? How do you feel about Roach? I mean, his as far as his skill set, is he underrated, overrated as a boxer?
He where he need to be. I don't think he overrated or underrated. Right now, I think he showed he can compete with one of the best, and if he can compete with one of the best, I mean that should place you as one of the best, really, in my opinion. Because that performance he put on against Tank, man, that was like a masterclass.
Hmm. I would love to see them two fight again. I really do.
I hope they do it for the sake of the sport. You know what I mean? I hope Tank just going to get that bag and then coming back for Roach.
Me too, because I really want to see that fight again.
Mhm.
I think that was a um a great fight. Even though I feel like Roach won, I can see why people say it was a draw too as well.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people thought Tank Davis won that fight too.
Yeah, I ain't think he. I think when he took that knee with the grease in his eyes, any referee in America would have started counting. He would have got an 8 count.
Right. Yep.
Like any referee you can talk to, they would have started counting. So that right now, that threw me off about that. I ain't never seen that before. But if he do that standing eight, he lost. If he would have got that standing eight count, he lost that fight. That's the only reason I say Roach won that. But it is what it is.
Another fighter I was thinking about too, and his name just slipped my mind. What you think about AB? I know we ain't seen AB in a long time. What you
Yeah,
think
Adrian,
type of fighter he is?
he live down here, man. He be in West Palm, Broward County area, pissy drunk. But
I know that's what you do see. You do see him a lot displaying a lot of drunkenness
yeah,
everywhere he go.
I got people that live down there. They say they see him all the time. But far as skill level, man, he has some of the best skills that you can ask for in this sport. When I say complete waste of talent and like a heartbreak to like certain fans who was fans of his, that's who he is and who he was. Like a disappointment. But you had a lot of people looking up to him and admiring his skill set, and it was like night and day, man, from how he
So
turned it
would
out.
you consider him overrated now? Like
Yeah,
because we figured that he probably was gonna be a world champion multiple years, and it just seemed like has been a disappointment. Even though I would like to see him come back and fight again though, because he talked
mm,
about he want to fight the Paul brother now. I'm like, damn, you
man,
want the money that bad too, huh?
man, knowing how he gambled, that's probably all he want right now. That bag.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm gonna give
That's
him. I don't really care though. He say he come back. I'm gonna give him all the chances he needs to. I mean, that's somebody I've been supporting since the beginning. So, like, I love to see him come back. But like I said, like a heartbreaking and disappointment, as he let a lot of people down.
yeah, he did, man. Because I definitely had aspirations for him to be one of the best. Because
Mhm.
he definitely was looking like Floyd for a minute. His skill
Mhm.
set, the way he moved, he wasn't as fast as Floyd, but I
Mhm.
mean, I can see the growth in him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get off that. I want you to name me who is your top 5 boxers, and you really don't have to. Um, you don't have to like give me just the current one. You can give me ones from like all time who you thought is the best, in your top 5. But I want to know, Jig, what is your top 5 boxers? Who is your top 5 boxers
My
of
top
all time?
five, I'm gonna
Yep.
put Mayweather at one, Muhammad Ali at number two, and then I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna say Mike Tyson at three, Andre Ward at four,
Mm.
and I'm gonna give it to Pacquiao for number five.
I was sitting here trying to think who I would have to go with. Floyd first. Nah, I was kind. I'm kind of going back and forth. I want to say Muhammad Ali first,
Mm,
but then I want to say Floyd second. But it's like A and B for me on that one.
yeah,
So I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna go Muhammad Ali one, Floyd two. I'm gonna give Canelo three. I'm gonna give um, Lennox Lewis four. And I had a hard time thinking of who could be my top 5 of all time. I I want to put in George Foreman. I want to put him in, but then I'm
oh
thinking
man,
about.
I put I put listen,
I know it's tough, man.
I
That's
put
tough.
Pacquiao over Roy Jones. I need to switch that. I need to switch
Yeah,
that.
see, I see. I'm
Yeah,
glad you thought about that too, man. I
yeah,
was thinking of Roy Jones too. I'm
yeah,
like,
man.
damn, I gotta put Roy in my top 5.
I need to change my list, man, right
Uh,
now. I answered that too fast.
I
So I got
did, man. And I'm sorry, Crawford. I didn't put you in my top five,
uh,
man, of all time. Not yet, man. I'm sorry, but
man,
not yet, dog.
listen. I got Mayweather, Ali. I'm gonna put Roy over Tyson, and I'm gonna go Tyson after that, and then I'm gonna go Andre Ward, number five.
Yeah, see, that's tough though.
Nah,
Damn,
man.
because I forgot about Ward, and I forgot. See, that's what that number five is tough for me right there
Uh,
because I want to put Andre Ward there. I want to put Roy Jones there. I mean, damn, that's tough. That's
uh,
tough. That's tough. That's tough. But we're gonna go to the real fight, man. Let's talk about this mega fight, man. The tale of the tape, man. So, in your eyes, by you seeing both fighters before, you see them both skill set. Who's the bigger body puncher?
Canelo, hands down.
Canelo, hands down. I tend to agree with you. I've never really seen Crawford take any big shots, so this is gonna be big for him. I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna be big for him. So as far as like arm length, who you think got the reach advantage when it
I,
comes to jab?
if I'm not mistaken, Bud got the reach advantage. I have to look at that again.
So you think he's a better straight jab as far as like throwing the jab straight punch? You think Crawford is the best? It's
Yeah, and
between the two?
he could do it from both sides. That's one thing that's gonna help him. He can jab the same exact way from orthodox and southpaw position.
Yeah, I have to give it to Crawford too. Who you think has the most stamina in this fight? Because I mean I was kind of going back and forth with this one. Like who can
Man,
withstand and last?
I think both of them are neck and neck with that. So I seen them go to war. I seen Canelo get punched on by light heavyweight with in Bivol and still make it to 12. So his endurance definitely there.
Yeah,
Cause he was
I
getting punched on, man.
it's hard. It's hard
Yeah.
though because I'm trying to think too, and I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, Crawford he do go the distance. So do Canelo. Like that's tough. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough for me on that one. Um, who you think fought the better fighters
Canelo,
between?
when resume is speak, Canelo got a deeper resume.
Who you think is Canelo's best fighter besides Floyd Mayweather? I know we probably would say Floyd, but besides Floyd, who do you think Canelo? Um,
Triple
side
G,
who Triple G?
Triple G, yeah,
I forgot about Triple G, man. What do you
yeah.
think about Triple G? Is he underrated, overrated?
Triple G, that man was somebody you stay away from. And Canelo seen him twice.
Yeah, yeah. That was an epic battle.
Yeah.
What about Usyk, man? We never discussed Usyk. You think he's a overrated, underrated fighter, or he right in
No,
the middle?
no, I think Usyk is a dog right now. He one of the top. You can't take away his accomplishments. That man will destroy anybody you put in front of him right now. But as far as his division, I think it's just his time. Like you don't really got too many people to challenge him.
I know, man. Do you really think somebody's gonna beat him? You think Fury's gonna come back and beat him?
Now Fury, I think Fury over the hill right now. I don't think he gonna ever be the same again.
I know. I agree with you because I heard he was getting ready to try to fight Joshua. They was finally trying to put it together.
Yeah, I think he better off taking that fight. You stay away from Usyk right now and let one of those young dudes come up and try to dethrone him.
So, I wanna ask you these questions because I'm pretty sure everybody want to know. So, and I'm gonna ask you I want you to take yourself into both fighters, and I'm gonna start with Canelo first. So if you're Canelo and you getting ready to fight Bud Crawford, he's right across the ring from you. What are the keys do you think for you to be successful in beating him if you was Canelo Alvarez?
So first you want to stay off, well, work off of your jab and you touching them like anywhere, hit them anywhere, shoulders, arms, forearms, hips, anywhere you can hit. You hit them and keep that pressure on him like from out the gate. Make him prove to you that he can take what you got dishing because he ain't never seen nobody like you before. So I want you to start off. Well, what I'll do is start off with pressure and punching any part of his body part that I can hit and stand on him from start to finish.
So okay, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna reverse it now. If you're Bud Crawford and you see Canelo on the other side of that ring, what do you need to do to be successful to win this fight?
Find my distance and work off my jab and make sure I keep turning him. Don't let Canelo sit still and have a easy target to hit. You got to make it real hard for him. That's lateral movement, working in half circles and keeping him turning. I mean, the more you got Canelo turning, the less he got to hit you with full force. The less opportunities he'll have to hit you with full force. So long as you're working off your jab and boxing them and not trying to turn it into a war, you have a chance.
That sounds like a winner to me.
Mm.
Because I mean, if I was Crawford, I definitely would stay away from any lateral movement that he's trying to do. Make sure my ribs is clean. I don't want
Mm.
no body shots from him. And like
Mm.
you said, keep him away from you with the jab, 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 and then try to get him with that uppercut at times. And he definitely need to go to the body too. And with
Yeah.
Canelo, he has the sauce, man. Like this is the reason why to me this is a big fight for Crawford is because Canelo is one of those guys that he's just not gonna stop. Like most guys that he fought, um, we knew right away after the fifth, sixth round, maybe even the seventh round, we knew that Bud Crawford had it down, hands down. But this time it's gonna be a little different because he's gonna have to really show his boxing skills with Canelo because you got to respect a guy like that.
Yeah.
Canelo, he's definitely a warrior. He's definitely a beast, and he's not gonna quit. He's definitely not gonna quit. And I want to ask you, what do you think Canelo is doing right now to get himself ready for the fight? Like, what you think he in his camp is doing?
Well, I just seen him working with Boots. He got people like that he's sparring with. As far as training, I think he doing the same things he always been doing, but bringing in opposition and sparring camp and sparring to get him used to somebody who's gonna move on him and be slick. He always had the best sparring partners come in his camps to prepare him for whoever he fighting. So I think he really sticking to the same things he always been doing as far as getting ready for his opponents.
Okay. And then what about Crawford? Have you seen any of his camps? You got any intake on his camps? What you think he's doing right now
I know
to
he
get it?
bulked up. I mean, he looking big right now. I know he
Yeah,
bulked
and I
up.
wanted to ask you about that
Yeah,
too, man. I wanted to ask you about that too.
yeah,
Like, as far as that goes with weight, I know like as a boxer, when you shed weight, sometimes it's kind of hard for you to fight
mm,
and get that same type of raw power and the stamina that you need. Sometimes it kind of hurts you as far as like
mm.
going the distance. So I'm gonna ask you, as far as him putting on the weight, is that going to make him sluggish or what do you
Well,
think?
he already walk around big, so he's still cutting weight to get there. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's gonna work in his favor without having to get down to something like 147 or 154 to get to fight around the weight he walk around at. So that's gonna be huge for him against somebody like Canelo.
You think that's gonna help him in this fight because he's putting on more weight? You think he's gonna be able to handle body shots more because of the
Well,
weight?
like I said, Crawford walk around like 180, you know what I mean? And they fighting at 68 if I'm not mistaken. So he's still cutting weight. He's just not going taking that drastic cut. He get to keep muscle and pack on that muscle. So far as how I see it, I think he's gonna be more explosive and more fresh.
So Canelo need to worry about his power. Then is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he gonna be. I believe he's gonna be way more explosive than versus how he is at 154. Because he ain't have to go through no strenuous count where he got to get all that weight off him. He get to fight. When we fight, even sparring around our walk around weight, we feel good.
So I mean, do you eat like so with them? Like, just take us into a camp. Like, do you eat more? You eat less? Do you eat more fruit? Do you drink more liquids? I mean, what's
Well,
going?
well, everybody body different, and they got like different nutritionists and different meal plans. But what I can say is, you're not starving yourself to get down to something like 147, 154. So I feel like he eating okay. Like he not really starving. He get to eat more,
And
eat more
so,
than usual in camps.
okay, so okay, when you say that he not starving himself, take the people into what you mean by that, as far as a boxer.
So when we got to take a drastic weight cut, like we eating more meals, but our meals is no bigger than both of our fists put together. And
Mm.
a lot of people can look at that and tell like, man, that ain't enough food for me. But as a fighter, you got to go through it. I mean, we're not starving, but by somebody used to eating full plates, it can make somebody seem like we starving.
So give me an example, like what you mean, like the size of your fist, like what you eat, like a little piece of steak and maybe what
So
some
look, so
vegetables.
I'll put my fist together. This part right here would be your
Mhm.
meat, which would be lean meats like turkey or chicken. This part right here of your fist together would be like your fruits and veggies. This part right here would be your starches. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like rice, maybe a little bit of potatoes.
Oh damn! So that means he ain't eating. He ain't eating much right now. You like you said, he ain't starving.
He
So I
probably
mean,
eat like that. That'll be your meals. Like if you taking them drastic weight cuts from like, for example, 180 to 147 or 154. But by him not having to get there, I'm pretty sure he eating more than what he normally would have to eat in camp.
so you think, because he's eating more, that means he's probably uh um running more. You
Running
think he's
more and
more?
feeling more fresh, you know what I mean, feeling more strong because he nourishing his body in a better way, you know what I mean, you're getting more nourishment versus decreasing your food intake to take a 30-pound weight cut. You only got to lose like 12, 15 pounds. That's a big difference. And that's a lot more you can pack on and eat when you can just run it off in the morning.
So I wanted to ask you this, and just take me into a fighter's perspective. So you're a month away. Well, actually a couple of days away,
Mm-hmm.
because I forgot it's next week.
Mm-hmm.
I said
Yeah,
next month, but it came so fast. You were like, damn, that shit came fast.
yeah, it is.
But I mean, take me into a fighter's perspective. What are you thinking about? What are you doing? Are you spending more time with your family? Are you studying more? Are your opponent more? Are you training more? Like, are you getting up early to maybe spar more or run more
Well,
or
fight week, we not really sparring. You should have had all your sparring out of the way. You should be on weight, if not within maybe 5 pounds of your weight. Um, you want to get to the point where you peaking at the end of camp. You don't want to peak during the middle of camp. You want to be peaking during the end of camp. So that way you get into the fight at the top of the mountain versus trying to peak on maybe 3 weeks before the fight. Because once you get to the top, you can only go one way, and that's down. So you want to gradually increase your training up until fight week. When you peak, fight week, you just working on your craft. You just crafting, studying your opponent, like instilling everything you worked on in camp and just memorizing it, going over the game plan. Like far as strength and conditioning, all that should have been done. You know what I mean? Fight
So
week
get
should be a smooth process.
right. So I mean, take us when you say peak. Some people might not know what that means as far as a boxing term. Tell them what that means for the people out there that don't know exactly what that means.
Peak is when you reach 100% and you're ready to go. You have some people who peak in the middle of camp and keep going hard. That leads to overtraining. So now when you get to the fight, you're burning out quick because you already peaked. You're going downhill at that point. You know what I mean? A lot of people overtrain, and you could blame their camp on those situations. You want to gradually increase your training up until the end of camp where, okay, I peaked at the end of camp. Now I can
I think I lost you. I think I lost him. Jig, you still there with me? I think I lost him. Oh man, I think I lost Jig. All right, all right. We'll get back to him. One of the things that what he was basically saying is that you don't want to over peak. You want to peak at the right time because that way you're fresh, you're ready to go. Um, and this was the reason why I had Jig on here because he's actually a professional fighter and he's getting ready to fight. And there we go. We got him back on. Got him back on.
You get me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I was wondering what
Hold
happened
on
to
real
you.
quick.
So I wanted to finish asking you when you was breaking down as far as peaking. So tell them what you mean as far as when the boxing term means peak. Can you hear me?
I don't lost audio. I can't even hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, let me see. What about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me though? Can you hear me? Can't hear me at all.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Let me take this off.
Jump back in and then jump out and then come back in.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. Can you hear me?
Dang, I don't know what's wrong.
Jump back in,
Hmm?
jump out, and then come back in. Yeah. Okay. So I see some comments. We're gonna let Jig get his stuff together. Um, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to read some of these comments. We got Tony R who said the only way Canelo wins is by robbery. I don't know. I don't know, Tony R. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I think this is the toughest fight Crawford's ever gonna be in. Let me see if we get Jig back. Can you hear me, Jig? Can you hear me, Jig? Okay, we'll let Jig get his audio back together. And then we got Adam. Adam said, who you got in the Canelo versus Crawford? Adam, me personally, I got I got Bud Crawford, man. I'm from Omaha. I'm repping Omaha to the day I die. You know what I'm saying? I watched Crawford grow up as a young boy, watching him play basketball at the boys club. Like he used to hang around my little brother and his crew because, like, they crew knew they crew, you know. So like in Omaha is a small circle. Like we all grew up. And if you was if you was a little boy growing up in Omaha, everybody went to the boys club. And everybody knows what that means. Whoever went to Omaha or who's from Omaha, who grew up in Omaha, everybody know that you go to the boys club to play football, basketball, and whatever other sport. But that's where the competition was. And Bud was always down there. And most of the time, Bud used to always get into fights growing up. Bud is younger than me. He's younger than me. He's my brother's age. He's in that 40. I think he's 41. And my brother, I think he's 41, 40 or 41. But yeah, he's in my brother's age group. And my brother, my brother knows of him. Like I said, he grew up in our neighborhood. So we knew Bud Crawford growing up. We knew Crawford always was a fighter. He grew up as a fighter, always and forever, always. And then your other comment said more and more people are leaning towards Canelo, saying his power would be too much. I think that's the key in this fight, Adam, to be honest with you, because um, if you think about it, Crawford really hasn't fought anybody with this significant punching power. And that's the reason why a lot of people think Canelo's going to win, because not only is he seasoned, but he's one of the best fighters out here right now. Like there ain't no comparing that. Like he is one of the best fighters right now. And to me, this is the toughest fight for Bud Crawford that I'm going to witness. Like really, like it's to the point where Canelo, you have to respect Canelo and his power, because that's what he brings to the table is his power. You have to respect his power. You have to. There's no way around it. You have to respect his power. Like there's no way around it. Let me see if Jig is back. Jig, you with me?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, man. I can hear
Okay.
you.
What's up, bro?
Well, okay, since we lost you, I got a couple of comments, and I want you to answer them too. Tony R said the only way Canelo wins is by robbery. What you think of that?
Nah, like Canelo got a lot of ways he can win. Um, I can't see it. The only way he win is by robbery. Nah, I won't even say nothing like that.
I mean, I was just telling, I was trying to answer some of the comments down there, and a guy named Adam, he said that everybody is leaning towards Canelo more and more because of his power. And basically what I was telling him is that that's the key with Canelo. He's a power puncher.
And
And
that's
to
why I
me,
was,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bud need to keep turning him. You know what I mean? Stay on behind his jab and making sure you moving lateral left to right, turning Canelo, because Canelo he can take advantage when you sitting still.
Yeah, that's true. So definitely Bud is gonna have to move and shake. But
That's how Laura did Canelo. And they robbed Laura and gave it to Canelo that fight. But I thought Laura beat Canelo.
I think he did too. And
Yeah,
I forgot about that fight too, man.
yeah.
A lot of people, man, don't realize that was a good ass fight. I'm about to go watch that
Yeah,
again
man,
tonight
that
too.
was, and I know Bud probably watched that too and watched Floyd. You know, Laura and Floyd beat Canelo the same way. They work off like a half circle. That lateral movement, keeping them turning. Oh man, Canelo like he still ain't figured that out.
And then Adam said he wants to know who we got, Canelo or Crawford.
Man,
And you
I'm running with Bud, man. I just ain't betting on it.
now listen, Jig. Now remember the last time we talked about this fight, man. You said Canelo, and I was like, what?
Yeah, man,
What?
man, I had to really think. You know what I mean? I won't, like I told you, I want Bud to win. You know what I mean? But Canelo, that dude right now.
He is that guy. He is that guy, Adam. He is that guy. That's why I said this is one of Buzz Crawford's toughest fight. See, all them other fighters up until this fight, they was just an afterthought. This fight right here, this is the real deal. This is like actually mirroring somebody. Like when you know you have the same type of skill or maybe slightly better than me, then yeah, this is gonna be a tough fight for Bud Crawford. Like Canelo, this is like a walk in the park because like he fights big mega fights all the time. Like Bud Crawford has not fought a mega fight like this. Like Errol Spence, I thought it could have been a better fight between those two, but once they started fighting, you can tell that Bud Crawford hands down was a better fighter.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Jig, give
No,
your insight.
I was agreeing. I was agreeing.
Yeah, because every Bud fight that I've seen, like I was saying to you before, Jig, every fight after the fourth, fifth, and sixth round, we knew Crawford was the best.
Yeah.
And this last fight that Canelo fought, he fought a world champion this last fight. And the dude, he looked it good against him at the beginning. But then those middle rounds, those key rounds, those fourth, fifth, and sixth round, you seen it turning to Canelo, especially when he started giving them body shots.
Yeah.
And dude didn't want it. He didn't want that. He didn't want it. But I have to give him credit. He did fall very well at the end, but we knew those middle rounds, we knew Canelo was going to destroy
Yeah.
him. Like definitely. There's another comment. Let me say what he said. He said, I don't want to see Crawford backing up against the ropes. That's when guys get in trouble with Canelo. What you think about that? Do you think
He absolutely correct. I mean, it's history. Like you go down his resume when you got you against the ropes, that's the absolute worst place to be. That man, he got too much power for you to sit there. You seen it with you even seen it with Charlo, man. Charlo fought himself against the ropes and got dropped right away.
man, I had so much promise for him in that fight too. That's the crazy thing about it. Like all the hype that was behind that fight too, man. I thought Charlo was gonna come out and fight a little better than that. He fought like he was a little scared of
He,
Canelo.
yeah, he was scared of that. Like in the beginning, you confident until you feel that type of power that you never felt before.
And that's what scares me for Crawford. That's the only thing that scares me for Crawford.
Mm.
Is Canelo's power. So yes, Adam, Canelo's power is the real deal. Like
Mm.
it really is the real deal.
But
And then
man,
he go ahead. No,
go,
go ahead, Jig.
Bud got shot in the head, man. I don't think he worrying about that power.
Me too, man. I done got shot in the head too. So but
Wait,
Adam also said if Crawford pulls this off, that would be huge. Yeah, it would be
mm,
because that's a real name on his resume. Like he got names on his resume. Don't get me wrong. But this is a real resume name. Like this is a guy who got multiple world championships. Do you
yeah,
agree with me, Jig?
yeah, I do. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I want you to give a prediction. If you had to choose, if you was Canelo, when do you think that he's gonna knock out Bud? Do you think Bud's gonna go the distance with him, or you think Canelo's gonna knock him out, or you think Bud's gonna knock him out, or you think it's just gonna go the distance? It's gonna be a draw.
Man, if Bud got that dog in him, I'm pretty sure it's going the distance. If he don't win, it's going 12. I won't put my money on no knockout either way.
Cause so we both going with Bud, but you not for sure. You say you wouldn't just put no money on it, right?
Nah, I'm just. It's like watching the Super Bowl. I want my team to win.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Bud Crawford is is a huge underdog right
Yeah.
now. He's a huge underdog. Canelo is the favorite at negative 145, and that shit is going up. But
Damn.
me personally, I'm putting my money on Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
Because it's better to knowing that he gonna win as an underdog than him as a favorite. If he came in as a favorite, then yeah, I probably would take Canelo.
Yeah.
But because Bud Crawford is the underdog in this fight, man, I really believe he has a great chance at beating him. I really do. What you think, Jig?
I do too, man. If he boxing and not try nothing stupid, he can get the dub. Like this one of those fights you don't need to turn into no war. You just win and go home.
And then okay, so Adam says Crawford has the advantage of Canelo's moving style. He's like a slow pressure fighter. Okay.
Hey, he see exactly what I see.
What tell me, take me into it because I'm kind of lost on what he's saying right now, man. You
So
said a
remember,
low pressure
so
fighter.
so remember how I told you, like if I'm a Canelo, like I'm gonna come in and hit you wherever I can hit you at. You need to be positioned for me to hit you. Like Canelo at his best when you a punching bag, and punching bags don't move. He at his worst when you moving lateral, you turning him, like how Laura and Floyd fought him. He don't know how to deal with stuff like that. People with footwork. He can apply pressure, but only when you stop.
So what you thinking? So what you thinking? You said it's gonna go the distance again. You said
Yeah, I don't see no knockout either way.
no knockout. So we ain't seeing no knockouts tonight.
No, I don't think we're gonna see no knockouts. I think that's going 12. Nah, I want Bud to knock him out though, but I don't see it. That'll be
Now
huge. That'll be huge.
that would be huge if he knocks out Canelo Alvarez. Oh my God! Do you know how much publicity?
Yeah.
Uh,
You gotta. He knock out Canelo. You gotta start putting Bud on that Mount Rushmore.
well, like I was telling the people when you was having connection problems, I'm from Omaha too.
Mhm.
I'm not saying I grew up with Bud Crawford, but I was around his circle. Like, I'm older than him, so like
Mhm.
we all went to the boys club. Like he's my brother's age. Like my brother know him, like because they all ran in the same circles with each other. But we all, cause like I've seen Bud all the time growing up. Like he used to fight a lot at the boys club, like literally a lot. So we kind of knew that he was gonna be a boxer in some type of form, shape or form, But we always knew that he was gonna be talented because I mean he was always good in sports too, but boxing he just took off in boxing.
Mhm.
And my man Red Pill just chimed in. He said that he got Bud in this one. And then Adam chimed in again. He said, I don't think Bud goes in trying to knock out Canelo, but he usually doesn't. He just ends up knocking them out. 70% KO ratio, and he should have power at 186.
Mhm.
You agree with that?
I agree.
I do too, man. I'm excited for this fight,
Yeah.
man. And what's crazy is that my mom and my boys growing up with me, they coming in town. My little brother's coming, so we all gonna be here watching the fight
Yeah,
next.
I'm hosting it at my crib too, man. I got my
So
people.
I'm kind of thinking about having
Yeah.
a live. I think about doing a live pod. So if you available, Jig, man, shoot, we could jump on and we could watch the fight because you are our let you know boxing analyst expert. So we
Yeah,
always
yeah.
got to have you come on. You know what I'm saying when
Yeah,
shit go.
it's gonna be loud over here. I mean,
That's cool. It's gonna be loud over here too,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
But that's what it's supposed to be when a fight comes on.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
got a, I got a roll though, man.
but before you go, man, I want you to give them a little insight on your fight, man, before you go, man. Give them a little insight of when your fight's coming up, because you know you got a fight coming up too now.
Yeah, October 25th, here in Sarasota, at the Robarts Arena / the Sarasota Fairgrounds. I'm not sure if it'll be live streamed yet, but that's when I'm back in action. I just started pre-camp and I'm getting ready to go.
Okay, man. And you know what, man? If you can, give us a little bit of that video. Not too much. We don't want to show the strategy, but you know, whatever you can, you know, just show a little bit. Just show a little bit so we can put it on the show, man, so we can start promoting this fight, man.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Because you know, we gotta support you, my man. We gotta
yeah. I got my dude putting together a promo video with me soon.
And stay tuned with us too, my man. Stay tuned with us. All our subscribers out here, stay tuned with us, because man, we're gonna keep you updated on his fight too as well. So if y'all want to know what's going on with Jig and when his fight's coming up and what's going on with him throughout his fight camp and stuff, just we'll let you know. And he gonna get with us, because I'm gonna stay on him. You know I'm gonna stay on him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you coming on, man. Always giving us time and stuff, man. I really appreciate you, man, coming on and giving your insight.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem, man. This is Fred Jig Johnson, Let You Know's boxing analyst. He is the real and true fighter, man, and we want to keep it going, man. And we definitely always support him too, man.
I appreciate that, brother.
And then thanks for everybody else who watching and stuff like that, man. Please like and subscribe our YouTube page, man. Let You Know podcast61@gmail.com. Hit us up, man. And salute to everybody who's been watching and shit. My man Red Pill still hitting us up, man. We salute to you, Red Pill, man, for sure, man. Thanks for watching, man. And Let You Know out.
All right, brother.
Let you know.